Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Decided that I'm doing sober October, just a little tolerance break, and then I'm coming back hard in November. Psych, you really thought that I was gonna do sober October? Who do you think I am? I'm not doing sober October, I'm doing bender till December. And if you're seeing this video, then I think you should be doing bender till December too. And whoever you send this video to has to do it with you. No excuses.
I don't like ghost movies because I don't respect ghosts. Like, what do you mean you possessed a child? You could have possessed Patrick Mahomes and played a Super Bowl. You possessed a child with a peanut allergy? You're weird. You're a real weirdo. What do you mean? And it's not like, if you're like one of those ghosts that has like a curse where you can't leave the house, why would you harass the only friends you could have for eternity? Like, is this dilapidated mansion in Kansas that important to you? You're not curious about anything? They be in there messing with like the electrical wire. You died in 1692. How do you know electricity? Both of my parents were born after colored television. None of them know how to use a television. You understand? My dad was an engineer for 40 years, cannot use a TV. But a ghost that died in the 17th century, plasma TV on Wi-Fi, no problems. I don't believe you. You weird ghosts, they're weird. I don't like that, bro. Because all they care about. That's why you're not in heaven. Because you're kind of a douchebag. You could do anything you choose to haunt a family. You're a douchebag. Oh, paranormal activity this, paranormal activity that. Get a pair of bitches, bro. Up the hose. I can't.
Enough about me, we're here to ram it, you see. If you ram it just right, you can ram it all night. Ram it. Do you know how to ram it? Ram it. We know how to ram it. We'll be rocking LA. So let's ram it today. Let's ram it. Let's ram it right now with the LA Ram.
Hollywood handsome, Dodge City tough. If you throw it my way, it's gonna get rough. I like to ram it, as you can see. Nobody likes ramming any more than me. Ram it. Do you know how to ram it? Let's ram it.
Limousine with it, my moves are like dreams. They call me the demon on special teams. I know how to rock from the toes to the head. When I pull the trigger, I'll knock you dead. Hey, ram it. Do you know how to ram it? Let's ram it. We know how to ram it. We'll be rockin' LA. So let's ram it today. Let's ram it.
What are you drinking?
So early.
But it's 95 calories.
Yeah, but it's still 8 in the morning.
Yeah, but 8 normal beers is 960 calories. 8 Lobes is only 760 calories. So that gives me room for 2 morning Lobes every day.
Yeah, but then you'd have to drink 8 every day for that to be true.
Yeah, but see, every beer you don't drink carries over into the next day. So if I have 5 morning Lobes on Thursday, that gives me room for 5 extra on Monday for a total of 13.
Yeah, but you still can't drink this early.
Yeah, but it's 5 p.m. somewhere, right? 1,700 hours minus 25 calories is negative 8 a.m.
Stop. These are signs you drink too much.
Exactly. Sun signs. I'm a Cancer. 25 less in a month of Cancer. June 25th. Bang. Day Michael Jackson died.
Stop opening new ones. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but what did MJ say in his breakout solo album? So we don't have to worry as long as we're shelving 9 to 5, okay? 95 calories. Enjoy.
This is how I write songs. Make all my verses sound like this. Then I throw in some random percussion so that you can dance to it. Weird guitar. What the hell was that? This is a Trent Reznor song. Sometimes it's very long. It can go on and on, but it's very awesome. This is a Trent Reznor song. Yeah, it's still going on. Seriously, it's the same song, but it's very awesome. This is a Trent Reznor song. Sometimes it's very long. It can go on and on, but it's very awesome. This is a Trent Reznor song. Yeah, it's still going on. Seriously, it's the same song, but it's very awesome. Let's end the song with creepy piano. Now it sounds like a haunted house. Let's end the song with a creepy piano. Yeah, that sounds really awesome.
Here's a work email tip for you. Instead of saying sorry to bother you, start saying just following up. Another one is instead of saying let's take this offline, you could just say meet me in the parking lot at 5 o'clock, bitch. Let's fucking go.
Me fucking with the lawnmower after the fucking belt broke.
Yeah, sure.
I need fucking help. Remember last year I had to replace the belt? I need you to hold the fucking pulley.
Yeah, I got you.
Why the fuck are you so willing to fucking help me today? You always fucking give me a hard time. You tell me you don't have time.
No, there's no problem. I'll help you out today. Need help? I got you.
The fuck's gotten into you?
What do you mean what got into me?
Fucking all smiley and shit. Like, oh, I'll help
I'm
you,
happy,
buddy.
dude.
What are you happy about?
I don't know.
Well, I fucking ask you all the time to fucking help me with shit and give me a hard time. You'll help me fucking change the belt?
Yeah, no problem. How long do you think it'll take, you think?
Half hour?
Oh, that's no problem. Yeah, I got you.
You got shit you gotta do?
Yeah, but it can wait.
Why are you being so fucking nice?
Dad needs help, I'll help him.
Bullshit. What is this? What do you want? You're fucking trying to
I don't
set
want
me up. You're gonna fucking ask me for something. I know what you fucking do.
No, I'm not.
You know what? You're gonna fucking be like, hey, remember I helped you with the lawnmower? Can I?
No,
you can go fuck yourself. I don't need your fucking help. No, because you're gonna fucking turn this into like,
What the fuck?
I fucking helped you put the belt on. So
I
guess
said I'd
what?
help you.
You can fucking let me stay out till fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. I know you're fucking
I said I'd help you.
You ain't doing it just to be nice. There's something you're fucking working an angle.
Dude,
I know you.
You need help?
You're a
I'll help you.
fucking
Let's go.
shyster.
I'll even help you out of your chair.
You'll fucking help me today, and then this weekend you'll be like, hey, remember I fucking helped you with the belt? Then fuck.
Bobby, are you okay?
Chelsea, where are we?
We're in the quad.
Oh my god, I think I fast traveled.
You didn't fast travel, you blacked out.
See you, Chelsea. I'm gonna fast travel to my girlfriend's.
No, Tommy, don't get blackout and go to your girlfriend's house.
It worked! What is this? What time is it?
Yeah.
My final. It's right now. It's all the way across campus.
Do you use my car?
No.
Tommy, that's vodka from last night.
Where's the test? You took the test. You showed up an hour late, completely drunk. Your hair was wet. Everything was wet. And that's not even the craziest part. You want to know the craziest part? I'll tell you the craziest part. Part I don't even get. Can't even wrap my head around this part. You're gonna love this part. You got a perfect score.
It works.
What worked?
I want to go to Poland. Did it work?
You showed up to the airport drunk as a skunk and asked how fast they could blast you to Poland.
What?
You're being charged with public intoxication. Oh, and kid, welcome to Poland.
I did it!
Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
From Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foobar Show! Hey, what is up, everyone? I am Joe C.
And I'm Steph.
Thank you all so very much for listening into the Foobar Show. Remember to follow, like, and comment on our socials. It's at Foobar Show. That's FOO Bar Show. And listen at FOOBarshow.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And we'll keep fooing it up like a bunch of foos. Ain't that right, Steph?
That is correct.
Steph?
Yeah.
Today's gonna be a good one. You want to know why? Number one, the Dodgers have won the pennant, the NLCS. They are going to the World Series yet again, back-to-back World Series. It does feel great. You know, people are shitting on the Dodgers. They're even accusing them of ruining baseball to a certain extent because there's no salary cap like other sports have. And you can pay anybody any amount. But there is a strong argument right now in the zeitgeist that says, why are baseball team owners so goddamn cheap compared to what the Dodgers have been doing? They've been putting it, well, I'm not going to say the Dodgers aren't a rich organization. They are. They are a very rich organization, but they got there by taking tons of risk and by playing the game that allows them to defer payments, 10 years out to these players, players that really wouldn't mind. I mean, why would you when you're getting millions of endorsement money anyway? Yeah. It's not like you're going to be destitute just because you're not getting paid the full amount today or this year. But anyway, I am super happy considering too, I grew up, I think I was 1 year old when they won that championship in 1988. And then for the rest of my life, they fucking sucked. At least, there were some they showed up to some wild card games. They showed up to some playoff games, but not until recently. You're talking about playoffs? Not until recently did they start actually, getting their shit together and getting these players that like nobody else wanted to cough up the money to give them what they were worth. Like Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. Nobody wants Kike. But like he turns it up during the playoffs. So he's a Dodger staple. And actually there's talks. I think I heard that he's going to break the record of the most playoff appearances as a Dodger. The one who held it before him was Justin Turner, the captain, man. That guy was the heart and soul of the Dodgers organization for a very long time until he got traded away. But yeah, it's going to be Kike. I think that's going to be taking it real soon. But anyway, I think I'm done getting off my soapbox. But before we get off of the Dodgers theme, Steph, I wanted to just express how funny it is that whenever you bring up the Dodgers or say "Go Dodgers" or anything like that, people get really mad.
They do.
People get really mad, particularly Padres and Angels fans. And it's just like, well, Angels, you're like our little brother. Sure. It would be cool to see you guys win, but you just don't. And then the Padres, they just because of the nature of them having Machado on the team, I think he's the most punchable face in baseball ever. Do not like that guy. Hated him when he was on the Dodgers. He was just... he's just a rat bastard. I don't know. I can't take him.
I don't know too much about the players or the sport.
Sure.
I mean, I like watching it, but yeah, I just don't know enough.
You know how like you ladies like the
excuse me,
the reality shows.
Excuse me,
the drama and all that shit. Come on, Steph. You used to watch like old school soap operas up until your mid-30s.
But those are not reality TV. Okay,
but the drama. I'm talking about the drama.
The drama and the reality TV that I watch now are baking shows.
Okay.
I like the Great British Baking Show.
Sure.
And right now, it's all about Halloween Wars and
yeah. Well, I'll jump in the pool with you on this one. Each one of those contestants has a backstory, you know, and you're like, you kind of get invested in that kind of shit. And that's that same type of romance that you develop with these characters, whether or not they're real, is intriguing, and it keeps you coming back to watch. It's not just because of what they're baking. Matter of fact, that one show, I really enjoyed that show called Nailed It.
Oh, yes.
Where like these amateur bakers, they probably only ever baked anything once in their life.
Yeah.
And they're trying to make like these extravagant freaking cakes.
Yeah, because I'm just like, look, I've watched plenty of baking shows. I can do that.
And that's what the show is.
Yeah.
They bring those people on. and then they give them, they're like, make this. And then they bring out like this beautiful fucking sculpture of a cake.
Yeah.
And they don't get anywhere near it. And it's funny. But like, I don't know. I really like watching that.
Okay. Anyway, what was your point?
Oh, yeah. These teams that are just shitting on the Dodgers. It's just like, why don't you guys just stop being so cheap and pay the players to join your team? Like, become attractive to people to join your team.
So are you saying like baseball is like your reality TV? So you have like the main character for you specifically, your favorite character is the Dodgers, and then all of the surrounding teams are like the side characters, and every time they get into a fight, it's just like gasp in Spanish.
Why is it in Spanish?
Because it's a novella.
Oh, okay. It's a novella. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Is that what you were trying to go for?
I think that's what sports are to people. It plays on the same psychological kind of channel as when, you ladies watch your baking shows.
Excuse me?
Watch your baking shows. I like some baking shows too.
Yeah, no, I can't get into the real reality TV because everybody's watching Love is Blind or Love Island. That was all everybody was talking about over the summer.
That was weird.
Yeah.
And we haven't heard anything since.
Yeah, there's there's no update. It's just how was the season?
Is it like Gilligan's Island? Like, do they ever get off the island?
They get off the island.
They get off the island?
And they get off on the island.
Hey. Damn it, Steph.
Yeah, I don't watch those.
Yeah, well, okay. I think I'm done with my baseball rants, but I'm pretty happy about it, man.
Yeah. You know what I did this weekend?
What did you do this weekend?
I went to a concert.
You, Steph, went to a concert?
I went to a Morrissey concert.
What? A Morrissey concert?
And guess what?
What?
He showed up.
He actually showed up.
He showed up.
You should have brought a hot dog and ate it right in front of him to see what his reaction would have been.
So it was at the Toyota Arena, and they actually changed the menu. They had those Beyond hot dogs or whatever, or like the very vegan stuff.
Yeah.
Nachos, popcorn. They got the pretzels going on, and you got your beer and your concessions and stuff like that. So everything was meat free. I ran into Sandra and Caesar there.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just saw Sandra walking. I'm just like,
friends
Sandra!
of the show. Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool. Social D played for like an hour, but they didn't play Ball and Chain, and they didn't play Store of Life.
They're two singles.
Yeah.
The two big ones.
I'm like waiting for them.
Did they play Prison Bound?
Yeah.
Okay, I really like that song.
Yeah, and then they played the Johnny Cash cover.
Of course.
Yeah.
How was Morrissey?
You know what? It was kind of weird. He's just a weird guy. I didn't realize that going into this. I just said, you know what? Let's go watch Morrissey because I haven't seen him before.
Called it.
And he played the one song I wanted to hear. It was just like the second song. And then I was just like, all right, that's cool.
I'm ready to go home now.
Yeah. And he just, I don't know, it's just weird. He makes these grunting noises throughout the show. Mm-hmm. He took off his shirt 3 times, which is for me not the most attractive thing, but
okay.
I'm not really into old shirtless men. So and the crowd was going crazy.
Of course, because they're diehards.
Yeah.
Because we're in Ontario and there's tons of Mexicans here. And for some reason, us Mexicans seem to like Morris. I don't get it. I never got it. I'm not that kind of Mexican, I guess.
Dude, the diehard ladies were all swooning over him, crying as if they've never heard anything more magical in their entire life.
What that person on your tape has is a medical disorder.
But his lead guitarist, man, she was shredding.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
She knew how to play, and it was like the highlight.
Nice.
Of the Morrissey show. And of course, there was a fight. Some people accidentally sat in the wrong spot, and then when the people of that original spot came back, they started getting into a fight. It's like, why are you in my spot? And then the security guard had to come in. Lights were thrown on. People almost got ejected, and it's just like, calm down, okay? My friends that I went with were just like, you guys are too old for this shit. We're saying it all loud, and I'm just like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
We're like super close. I was like,
Well, That sounds like a blast. I mean, did you guys at least pre-party or anything like that?
We had like the girls came over and we had a couple shots before we headed over there. The drinks there are fucking expensive. How much do you think one drink was? Off the top of your head.
Mean, yeah, like a domestic beer is probably around $20.
Yeah, so I had them make a michelada for me.
Oh, that was your mistake.
I should
What
have
did
never done that.
what did we learn?
Don't have them make any drinks for you. Just buy the can.
Why is that?
Because they charge you $6 for a plastic cup.
It's not even a souvenir
And
cup.
it went from being $19 to $25.
Wow.
And I got a water. And of course I had to tip them. And it came out to almost $50.
Wow, dude.
Well.
So I only had the one drink. And I was like, man, I can't enjoy this concert without more alcohol.
Yeah.
But I had to because I was unwilling to spend a copious amount of money on liquor. Oh, and the funniest part was that the hot dogs were out after, but it was like real hot dogs, right?
Like, what do you mean? Like outside after the concert?
Yeah, you know, like the hot dog cart.
The ghetto dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the street
sure.
dogs. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. I was like, oh man, we were looking for that too. And so there was one girl who was like right outside the door.
Yeah.
And she was like, she started forming a line. But because it's a real meat hot dog, they started chasing her away.
What?
Because, you know,
So everybody's a vegan?
because everyone's vegan. And then they obviously want Morrissey to come back eventually.
Oh. Okay.
So if he found out that they were selling hot dogs at his show, he'd be like, cross this venue off the list.
Uh-huh.
And so they like ran her into the street, and then you can see all the other hot dog vendors right there, just on the outside
Surrounding.
of the venue. And then they
Pretty
were making,
ballsy.
They were making bank too. Those hot dogs are $10 a
Well,
piece.
especially when you can't get meat inside the venue.
Yeah.
Yeah. That, you know, the smarter thing too would be to have fans blowing the aroma towards the people coming out.
So he can complain about smell them.
Yeah.
Smell me, and then he'll just cancel the show, walk off halfway throughout the show. Would he?
Would you have minded?
No, because I got my song in. It was just the second song. I was like, all right, cool.
Uh-huh. All right. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I do appreciate Morrissey and like his effect on music and, you know, historically made an impression, but to see him live again, I think I would pass.
I always thought he was pretty overrated. The Smiths were okay. I could just see the ticker of subscribers just go down by me saying this. But sorry, Foos, he's just not for me. I don't know. So sorry. He's okay. He's okay. First of the Gang. That's a cool song. Whatever. All right. What else we got before we get into geeking out here? How you doing, Steph? What are you drinking? What's in that rocks glass there? It looks lemony.
It's a marg.
Oh, you got a margarita going?
It's a marg.
Right on. I got a whiskey cola here that I'm working on. I think it's my third one. You know, I can only have 4 because that's what a liter of cola will get you. All right. So you want to just get into geeking out, Steph?
Yeah.
Geeking out! Geeking out! Geeking out! Geeking out!
You know, I forgot we had a new theme song, and I was just like, what is this song?
Yeah.
I really like it.
It's pretty cool. All right, so you wanted to cover week 2 of Screamfest LA, Steph, the famous festival for horror movies on their 25-year anniversary.
The Festival of Screams.
Yes, the Festival of Screams.
This is our week 2 coverage
Okay.
because we did see a lot of movies. We have another interview with a couple of writers, directors that we wanted to talk about. Which movie would you like to do first?
Well, let's see here. I had some notes because we saw that Spanish movie Before the Fall, or in Spanish it's Tres Días, or translated it would be 3 days. It's a Spanish language film. It's directed by F. Javier Gutierrez. The synopsis is that a meteorite will collide with the Earth in 3 days, and the protagonist's name is Ale. He has 72 hours to become just like a family protector in, you know, from a deteriorating society that's just going wild around them because everybody just knows that the world's going to end.
Yeah. I mean, at that point,
Why, like, just...
you have I mean, but you have 3 days.
Right.
To like, I guess, sort things out.
I guess.
Like, where are you really gonna go at that point? I mean, the best thing would be to try and spend some time with your family, and so this is what actually happens. He ends up finding himself like protecting his mom and his brother's kids, because they go to his brother's house, and it just takes place from there. I liked it. It was a little slow moving at times, but overall, I like the conflict, but it's just like, what do you do for 3 days, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. Like, what would you do if you knew you only had 3 days to live? Not only just you, but everybody around you too.
Yeah.
And they also talk about this in the movie where like they countries got together and they sent out missiles to try to either make it explode or make the asteroid go off of course so that it misses, and in every single attempt it failed. And so once they figured out, well, we only have 3 days left and we are all out of resources to try to stop this thing, we're just going to tell the public what's going on. And that's what just kind of sets everything off.
Yeah. I liked how people started like panicking already. Yeah. And it's just like they start packing their cars and they start leaving. But it's like, where are you going?
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
I mean, people were saying, oh, we're going to go to the highest mountain possible, given our proximity.
Yeah.
Some people were going to the poles.
Try to go underground.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, I guess you can absolutely try if that's how you want to spend the last 3 days of your life. Potentially
just running,
and then what?
Yeah,
and then there's no more Earth. Like, what do you do then? Like, is it even a life worth living after that?
Yeah, let's just say you did make it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
but the entire population's most likely gonna be wiped out.
Yep.
Your fresh water resources done. And where are you gonna get your food?
That's not a life worth living. I don't think.
You're probably not gonna make it.
Yeah.
I'd rather just
You're gonna die slowly.
I'd rather just go towards it.
Right.
If there was an option to leave. Obviously, we live in the city. We ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. Conveniently for this movie, the asteroid was gonna land in Spain, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Close or closer to it.
Or close, like in Europe there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the acting was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was
so.
Yeah. It is a really nice movie to watch. There's definitely good conflict there.
Yeah.
And then there is that survival aspect to it because even though you have 3 days, you still want to live. And I feel like that comes through in this movie.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really good. And thank you for sharing the screener link. Yeah, I really did appreciate it. Yeah.
Right on. What else you got, Steph?
We have a short called Hellevator.
That's right.
So here's the synopsis from Screamfest LA. 2 couples applying for their marriage licenses at a city hall find themselves trapped in the liminal hellscape of the 13th floor, where they face trials and tribulations from demon bureaucrats that threaten the foundations of their relationships and their lives.
So this one was a little cheesy, but it was pretty cool because obviously they go down to hell in this elevator. And it's just, it kind of, the makeup wasn't great.
I mean, that's the one thing that I did criticize while we were watching this. So this is a very short film. It's only 12 minutes long.
Yep.
I felt like all the, questions were answered. It was a very straightforward story. And then you find out a little bit more about this couple in depth. Just based on what they're going through in this office. But the demon, who is completely in red, the makeup was just so like...
caked on.
It wasn't a nice finished look, unless that's what they were really trying to go for, but I don't think they were.
You don't think they were?
I think it was just like...
I think that there was a little campiness that was going on, that they were like a little tongue-to-cheek and a wink to the camera there, where it's just like, this is just a cool idea that we wanted to flesh out.
It's like, you get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we did. I couldn't stop staring at that makeup, though.
Yeah.
But I thought the effects were cool. They had some good CGI for what it was.
Okay.
I liked it. I like the short films.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, considering it's only a few minutes long, like 12 minutes is nothing, and then there's an intro and then there's credits, so it's like not really 12 minutes. It's probably like just 10. You know.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid short though. So check out Hellevator.
Hellevator.
All right, and then we have Appofeniacs.
Because they use apps. I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But what's the synopsis? What do you got for that?
A young man is obsessed with creating deepfake videos, eagerly finding new ways to exploit the technology. From pornography to manufacturing a racist rant, his videos are incredibly cruel and vile. As his creations are unleashed into the world, he sows havoc with absolutely no regard for the consequences. Lives are ruined and lost, all due to fake videos created for seemingly no good reason at all, except that the technology exists. So why not use it? So it definitely plays, it really reminds me of a Quentin Tarantino film.
Okay.
And then we had mentioned this in the previous episode. But it's totally like it just has that feel to it, but you can tell like it's not trying to be Quentin Tarantino. It's its own film. It's a solid movie, and it
tells different stories. That's why throughout.
Yeah.
And then it comes together at the end. You seemed like you were satisfied with it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. The director, screenwriter, and producer, all one guy, Chris Mars Piliro, and the executive producer is Sean Gunn.
Oh, yeah, and he was in it.
That's
right.
Yeah. So you really see how AI and technology really starts taking a toll on people's lives in this movie, because the deep fake videos are just so real.
Yeah.
And we're seeing this like today, right?
Yeah.
With those deep fake videos. Obviously, we can still distinguish AI from like real sources, but I don't know. I feel like this movie's a little scary in that part. I was mentioning that one of the actors, Aaron Holiday, who plays Duke in the Appofeniacs, he's the guy that creates these videos. I was like, man, he looks so familiar. And so I had to look him up, and he's actually in Cocaine Bear.
No way.
Yeah, he's the blonde, short, spiky hair kid.
Okay.
That kind of he's like
Spiky hair?
Not spiky hair. He has just short hair.
Yeah.
That kind of
mullet going.
Yeah, that terrorizes
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, man, he looks so familiar, but I thought he played his role very well.
Yeah.
And I don't know, where did it go? What did you think of this movie?
I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
I thought that was perfectly fine. Yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely a different take. I mean, the thing about this movie is that, it really kind of plays around what's going on right now with AI and how you can manipulate things for people to get in trouble, or for them to get canceled or lose their jobs, or have people just turn on them because you're creating these deep fakes through AI. And this guy just finds it so easy to execute, and he takes it on his enemies, even if he doesn't really know them that well. He does it just because he gets a kick out of it. Yeah. And it's mean. It's and you see how these people's lives just start falling apart because of this.
Yeah, and it happens so quickly because of a video.
Yep.
But then you realize how much we are tied to the internet, because I don't think we would have a problem if we would just go offline.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Solid movie. Go check it out. Appofeniacs, if you're trying to figure out how to spell it, because I can't even pronounce it because I don't know how to read. And that's just okay. Don't know how to read well, I would say. The last and final film that we will be discussing on today's episode of Week 2's Screamfest LA coverage is Dooba Dooba.
Ooh.
And so I actually have an interview with Erlen, who's the writer and director, and Josh, who's the producer of this movie. This babysitter gets more than she bargained for when she meets Monroe. Is the synopsis here.
Yeah. So and Monroe is, I guess, like,
she's a 16-year-old girl, and so you're left to wonder why is a 16-year-old girl needs a babysitter.
But
and they
seemingly like when she's introduced, you're like, oh, she's kind of like autistic.
Right. So they explain it right off the bat.
Yeah.
And-
But shit goes down.
Yes.
With this 16-year-old teenager.
And it is in the found footage style of CCTV.
Like paranormal activity style where you have cameras all around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's listen to the interview.
All right.
Hey everybody, it's Steph, and I'm back on another solo interview. Today we're talking about a thriller that's been quietly creeping into people's heads and staying there. Continuing with our Screamfest LA coverage, we have Dooba Dooba, the latest indie psychological thriller making waves on the festival circuit. It's eerie, it's unsettling, and it's told entirely through the cold, unblinking eye of in-home security cameras. At the center of it all, a 16-year-old girl with a twisted sense of control and the unsuspecting babysitter who walks into her web. Today I'm joined with Josh, the producer, and Erlen, the filmmaker, writer and director of Dooba Dooba. Welcome, guys.
Hey, how's it
Good
going?
to see ya.
Hey.
He's Erlen, I'm Josh. Yes.
How you guys doing today?
Pretty good, yeah. Doing well. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Unfortunately, our host cannot be here. He's at other meetings right now. There's usually two of us, but sorry, guys. You only get me.
Well, there's usually one of him, but today I forced him to include me. Yeah. We just happened to be. Anyways,
Yeah. All right. First off, congratulations on the premiere of Dooba Dooba at Screamfest LA. How was that for you guys?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was a smaller crowd,
but a really receptive one.
Yeah,
like they seemed like
no, it was very. They were very excited about it, and so it was actually like one of like our best screenings in terms of just like everyone in the audience was going. It helps when they're your friends. So but no, it was very good.
And the humor landed. You like it when people laugh at your joke.
Indeed, yes. So I really enjoyed it, and like the Q&A was a lot of fun. So it was a very successful screening.
Yeah, nice. So let's start at the beginning. What was the spark that led to this story?
So we wanted to do like a found footage film with security cameras, and it was like how we do that. And we had Amna and Betsy were like our two actors. We're like, oh, we're making a movie, Amna and Betsy, and like Amna's like 25 at the time, and Betsy was like 16, and so it was like, why are they hanging out? Like, what's why are these two people interacting? And then my mind just went to, oh well, babysitters, right? That's a well-trodden path in horror films. And then it kind of grew from there of like, okay, if she's a babysitter and she's 16, she's going to be weird. And then that just, it expanded from there. But it was kind of like with the seed of Amna and Betsy and how are they going to be.
I'll also say from the beginning when you spoke to me about it, you were like, someone's gonna make the CCTV movie, and it should be me.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was a moment, it's like I kind of like had this style in my head that I wanted, and I was like, this is gonna be done, and so it's like I got to get to it before other people do, and it's like it's sort of I do call it like analog horror, from like YouTube. It's like very inspired from those, and there was like not many like feature films that are made in kind of with the analog horror aesthetic, like Skinamarink is there. So when Skinamarink came out, I was like, oh no, they did it. But I don't think our movies, our movie isn't Skinamarink. But that was definitely like the aesthetic and sort of like drawing that from the internet and putting it on into film. I was like, this is a project that I want to try and do.
Yeah, I thought it was executed pretty well with the whole found footage. What I was thinking the entire time is like, man, their Wi-Fi must be great.
Well, theoretically, it's on. It's recording a tape. It is like CCTV that's on there. So you don't have. We're not sending it to the Ring servers. That's not how these cameras are theoretically working.
Yeah, I know the cloud storage is, it has to be big if you're going to do it like Wi-Fi, but with the hard, direct to tape recording, that makes a lot more sense. It's just like, it's a lot easier than that. Were there some challenges or creative breakthroughs that you had using this format?
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely like one of the sort of like big creative breakthroughs was the sort of like interstitial stuff and the cutaways. That was something that was not like in the script or anything. And that was initially Josh Josh's suggestion. We were talking, and he's like, "What if there's a freaking slideshow in the middle about James Monroe?" And I was like, "Josh, that's the greatest idea."
Me that like the midpoint should be a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out to be the midpoint, but it's
Yeah, but it
know,
was just like kind of trying to, in some ways, like make a greater world, or kind of put a more of like an envelope or a frame onto the film, and it was like, oh yeah, like we can get away with that. At least, I think we can. I feel like there's some people who don't think we get away with it.
The other thing that I sort of like about it, without giving away spoilers, is that I think it makes the third act climax a whole lot more powerful, where what the movie has been so far in the interstitial style come together.
Yeah, it kind of degenerates into itself. And there was another big thing was the punch-ins actually, because that was maybe, I mean, I think it was like a creative breakthrough, I'd say, but it was also somewhat of a compromise. I mean, I had originally wanted to try to do a movie that was just these sort of
locked off shots from far away.
Yeah. And while it like works on a scene to scene basis, at least like to some degree, it really handicaps you in a stupid way. Because you want to see people's faces, and you're already so removed from everything that it's like, no, you actually need to kind of, get into the moment. And so the punch-ins was like a big moment for me of like, okay, now I can sort of like re-edit it in a different way, and then change the pacing. Because before you have all these cameras, and it's like, yeah, you can, we only had like 5 cameras at most running, and so it's like you only have like this selection of shots that you can do. But once you do the punch-ins, it's like now I have an unlimited number of shots, theoretically, which made it, more difficult in that sense, and one of the reasons I didn't want to do it. But it was definitely the right choice, and sort of like I was like, okay, the film opened up at that point.
Well, I guess the other thing that's related to that is the fact that like the movie is from Monroe's perspective. Like there's that moment where we see that like, this is her high school project, which makes it possible for us to like, it makes it possible for you as an editor to do weirder choices.
Yeah, there's like becomes an intentionality to the editing, which was not something that I initially had in it. I wanted it to be more removed, but then once you like kind of put a perspective on it, it comes into its own, and so that was very big.
Yeah. I feel like those little breaks in the point of views actually brought it together, like Josh said, like right towards the end. So I think everything was like pretty sequenced pretty well. So yeah.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm happy to hear.
Yeah. What themes were you trying to explore as far as, drawing that line between thriller, horror, psychological aspect of it?
Well, so in terms of like the kind of genre I was trying to do, I've said before that like I was just trying to make creep, as I'm just a big fan of creep, and I was like, how about I write creep?
Okay.
And so that was somewhat of like the tone I was shooting for. Creep isn't horribly scary, I suppose. It's more just like unsettling, and you're like, this guy is freaking weird, and like something's going on.
And it shares the same cringe humor. It shares the same like weaponizing moments of awkwardness.
Yeah. I was, well, I don't know if I'm coining this. I was just like, I call it like cringe horror. And so it's that was like kind of where I was thinking about it within genre. I didn't want to do sort of like a traditional like sort of like paranormal type of thing, or and I wasn't sure how well, maybe it probably would work for some people, but like from a since you are kind of like omniscient, it has to be sort of more like you, the audience, are somewhat culpable for involved in the horror, and so like that's where the horror comes from, not that like you, the audience, feels some sort of danger from things specifically, I suppose. And like that sort of like ties into the themes of Americanism and like American presidents, and these I didn't want to like be explicit about any sort of ideas of like exploitation, but like that's part of it. And the one of the things that like I think about is kind of like American exceptionalism, and it's like two sides of like the same coin of the country that goes to the moon, but also the country that has the most serial killers per capita. And maybe they're like not tied together, but
But it feels like they are.
yeah, there's some kind of like
We are so great at space exploration and killing.
yeah, something very, very dangerous about like libertarianism and utopianism, that, leads people to, do terrible things, maybe not even for the greater good, but just because they can, and it's permissible in some way.
Yeah.
So.
With the stationary cameras, did you have any difficulty with directing your actors in terms of staying in the frame or anything like that?
Yes and no. I mean, like, we have the stationary cameras and like it was like, oh, here, come here, so that like you're on camera. They're wider frames, so it's like it's harder to move out of them. And I was also like, if they step out of frame, they step out of frame. That's just how it goes.
It's okay in a movie like this.
Yeah. And so that wasn't particularly difficult. The difficult thing about directing them is that they're very long scenes. They can go like 10, 15 minutes. And so we would just like roll the cameras and kind of sit in the other room or sit to the side and be like, go. And so it became, it's difficult when you're like, oh, they should change this, but then they do like 7 more minutes and you're like, oh, like next time you get to that point, like, walk over here or something. And so like that was difficult to try to actually, get that through rather than like, hey, let's just take that one line again. We did that a couple times where it's like we do some like retakes, or just like reset sort of like certain scenes or like, just certain moments. And that was more difficult as an editor actually, because I'm like, shit, where did I put that? In the whole thing. But yeah, that would be the main challenge. And then the other one was resetting the cameras and then not moving them, which we did a couple times, where the cameras just moved. And I'm like, okay, I guess this, we can't cut to these different takes now.
What I will say about it that you don't give yourself enough credit for, I think, is that the fact that you staged it like we both come from a theater background. That's where we met in high school. But like the fact that you staged them as uninterrupted scenes, I believe like gives it more of a believable reality. And especially in a found footage movie, you want to feel this feeling of uninterrupted continuous reality, even if it's edited, even if it's cut between different shots. I feel like the fact that they're these long performances that the actors gave, I believe them more as a viewer.
Yeah, like things are kind of more lived in. And could we just cycle through the shots again? It's like just go again. So it created a very different filmmaking environment than like your typical, which is like lights everywhere, and you got the monitors, and it felt much more intimate, I suppose.
Doing one person sides for half a page and then the others.
Yes, yeah.
Is there a particular angle that you wish would have made it into the film? Like a
angle for like shots that I didn't use. No, we didn't. I think we used basically like all of the angles that we had. And because we just didn't have so many, so it's like, yeah, everything's going in there, and you got to switch around or else it's a little boring.
We almost lost the overhead shot, but you found a couple places for it.
Yeah, there's an overhead shot, and I had it would have been like that was sort of like a moment where it was like, okay, we'll put this in here. We had almost taken it out, but like it would have been more like we just kind of added that on the last day. We're like, oh, we got an extra camera, throw it on the ceiling, let's see if we use it. So that would have been kind of more fun to have like in other places, but yeah, that was one that we did include. But
yeah, because these shots are so long, did you have all your actors read directly from a script? Did you have them improvise some lines?
No, there was some improv, but most of it was like kind of to get back on track, or like, oh, they just combined that line there, or they dropped this other one and then they need to say it again, or just like changing the words that I wrote. So I wasn't like militant like about like the script and stuff as to like getting it right, but that was more from just the perspective of like, yeah, these are long scenes, they're kind of like memorizing them right before they go on, do the take. And so we were like loose with that. So yeah, it was but I was just like open to improving from just a purely like mechanical perspective to get you where you were going. But there was nothing that like kind of changed the story or anything that on improv.
Now that Dooba Dooba has premiered from Screamfest LA, where can we find this movie?
No, you can on my hard drive, and
It's gonna
Yeah.
be playing at Nightmare in the Ozarks. How soon is that?
I think it might be next week.
Yes.
It might be, they don't tell us anything. So,
It's gonna be in at Black Sunday in Britain on November 1st.
yeah.
And in terms of like a wider release, we have distribution. We're being distributed by Dark Sky, which we're super excited about. They've been great, and we can't say yet when exactly it will come out, but it'll be early 2026.
Yeah. It's not like we're trying to not tell you. We just don't know.
Yeah.
Are there any social media handles or website? Anything?
Yeah. You can follow us on @doobadooba.film on Instagram. Technically, we're also on TikTok. So that's basically it. We don't have a website.
But mostly you should just text Erland. Erland really likes being texted.
Yeah, you could just text. You can send my number somewhere. Probably on IMDb Pro, it's there. But yeah, then there's then you can follow Erland, on Erland H on Instagram. I have more followers than our movie, so but
we gotta fix that. We gotta actually get.
yeah, people just don't really follow movies all the time. But yeah, those are social media handles. Yeah, then we're also on Reddit secretly. You can't find us anywhere.
You're just lurking on Reddit.
Yeah.
No, I do the same thing. I'm just like,
Or you could just like leave Erland a bad letterbox review. And that's a way to get in touch with him.
I'll see it.
I'll
find if you do that. I'll find you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out today. Once again, congratulations on the Screamfest LA premiere of Dooba Dooba. It was a great movie. I really enjoyed watching it, and I really enjoyed talking to you guys.
Hey, thanks so much for having us on the show. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, this is great.
That was a good interview, Steph.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean,
I like to practice.
it helps when you have guests who like to talk.
Yes.
Man, because this podcast has had guests that just do not say anything, and you're just like, all right, or one word answers. It's like, well, I'm sorry you couldn't make it in today. Yeah, that was fun. And, that gives me more perspective of like what their day-to-day was when they were filming this. Because as you're watching this, you're like, wow, they have all these angles because they're all stationary angles. And I guess it's all in the editing to try to make it interesting. Because like you said, if you don't switch up the angles of where, these actors are in the scene, then it could be a little boring if you're just staring at the same continuous frame that doesn't move around. It's stationary. It's fixed to a wall or a corner somewhere.
I mean, I did appreciate them really breaking it down with the CCTV, because in my head I kept thinking, man, this is on Wi-Fi and their cloud storage must be great. But then I forgot that CCTV records directly onto a tape,
magnetic tape,
or a hard drive.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there's no cloud storage for it. So but the thing about CCTV, I think
it's a localized storage area. Yeah.
It's only in one area.
And it sure does play off that way. Like, it's not like these high def Ring cameras either. Yes, it's decent quality. I'm not saying like the quality's bad, but it's you can tell that this is going to tape. But real cool guys too. I wish them the best. It's a really interesting concept. There's without giving anything away, and it sucks because we don't know how people can find this, really.
Yeah, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet. So, I mean, I guess he said early 2026 it's going to be in wide distribution. So we can only hope that like maybe in 3 months we'll know more about this.
Mm-hmm.
But, we're pretty fortunate to have checked it out. It's for it being like an amateurish type of film, I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised at it, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. What else we have? Is that gonna wrap it up here for the Screamfest LA?
For our coverage, that's gonna do it for this week. We do have some more films we still need to watch, which we will be talking about next episode.
Okay.
For our final Screamfest coverage episode.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, that's gonna do it for Geeking Out. We've got some interesting letters from some of the listeners here, and I really want to get into here's what I would do.
Okay.
Man, see, like, you don't even know, man. It's like you're born into this world, man. And you got it's like this, man, the dust and the wind, man. Or like the dang old candle in the wind, man. It don't matter, man. It's all the oldies, old time. You know what I think, man? Like that dang old, I think, therefore you are, man.
Well, that's what we tell ourselves, isn't it, Boomhauer?
All right, so here's what I would do. This is we're not doctors. We just have microphones. We give advice. We talk shit. But we got these letters, these emails from these fans, and I really wanted to get to them on this podcast. The first one is, my dog might be gaslighting me.
Excuse me?
Vanessa in Glendora writes, hey, Joe and Steph. I'm 31, female from Glendora, and I think my dog is messing with me. I have a corgi named Benny, who's basically my child, but he's been doing something weird. Every time I get up to grab something from another room, he hops onto my spot on the couch, like instantly. I tell him to move, and he looks at me like I'm the intruder. It's gotten to the point where I feel like I'm being psychologically outplayed by an animal who weighs 25 pounds. I've started leaving decoy pillows to block the spot, but somehow he still wins. So my question is, am I overthinking this, or is my dog slowly establishing dominance in my own house? Vanessa in Glendora.
First of all,
that dog owns the couch now.
You got to buy a new couch, dude. You got to buy a new couch.
Yeah, Benny's running the house.
Yeah.
And you're just paying rent, Vanessa.
Oh, yeah. No, we have 2 giant dogs. Okay, we got a German Shepherd and a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
They have their own couch. Because...
But it's away from us when we're watching TV, though. So they don't use it when we're watching TV.
But if I'm sitting on that couch...
Oh, yeah.
And I get up, then that is their spot.
Right.
Because you know what? It's because it's warm.
It is. Yeah, you just left it warm for
and
them.
then that's like the spot where you smell the strongest.
Yeah.
And then they can just like attach. Unless you got the dog that follows you around, like my little Rottweiler.
He's not little.
He's my baby boy.
He's a really fat 210-pound Rottweiler.
He's 120 pounds. Relax. Yeah. So what I would do is buy that dog. Oh no, I would buy myself a new couch because your dog has already claimed
the couch. Yeah.
That's the dog's couch now.
Well, dogs are smarter than people give them credit for. They know where the best seat is and how you can feel bad about reclaiming it. It's alpha behavior. I don't know. I'm no Caesar Milan, but I think, they're trying to establish themselves as like, this is my spot.
Yeah. What are you going to do? You're going to the dog? Do you remember how he did that?
Yeah,
and he would just like kind of jab at them and just do the and then the dogs would just like go crazy until like he asserted his own dominance.
Yeah.
And then he taught you how to do it.
Yep.
Because a lot of people were like afraid, it's like, oh, it's my dog, I'm just gonna let him do whatever he wants. Just let him walk all over me.
A lot of what his job was training the owners.
Yes.
Not training the dog.
No, the dog easily trainable. They trained that dog in one day. It took the owners like 3 days.
Yeah, because they couldn't see themselves being not so nice to this dog.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the advice for Vanessa?
Oh, I already said what I would do. I would buy myself a new couch.
Okay. Well, I say let him have the couch, but next time when he gets up, you take his bed. See how he likes it.
And honestly, that is terrible advice because that's what we did with our dogs.
Yeah.
And they have an entire room to themselves.
They have the sunroom, yeah. It's because, I thought it was a good idea to let them have that room because it's not like they're outside in the cold winter,
Mm-hmm.
They still have a roof over their heads, but it's still not in the house.
Right.
It's a sunroom.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Keep in mind, we don't have any kids, so those are the babies, the baby boys.
The kids, yeah.
My child.
All right, Vanessa, good luck. All right, so next one up is the case of the mysterious office food thief from Adrian in West Covina. Covina of the West.
Oh. Didn't we have this issue?
I don't know, but this guy, he not with Adrian. But anyway, Adrian says, I'm 34, male from West Covina, and I think I've become the main character in an office crime drama. Someone keeps stealing my lunch from the break room fridge. Not just random food, specifically mine. Every Tuesday, I bring leftover pasta, label it, and like clockwork, it disappears. Last week, I tried a sting operation. I wrote, spicy ghost pepper Alfredo, do not eat on the container, and it still vanished. Either someone's immune to pain or there's a food bandit amongst us who thrives on chaos. I'm tempted to install a tiny camera or just start bringing decoy meals filled with wasabi, but HR might not appreciate that. So what's the move here? Should I go full detective mode or just let it go and accept defeat? Adrian in West Covina.
What I would do is, well, look, I need some more questions answered.
Okay.
Are you bringing the same container? Do they know what your lunchbox
Well, no,
looks like?
and you know what made me upset after reading this? Because my takeaway was they're stealing his container too. So, like, Tupperware ain't cheap.
No, it's not.
And so, like, now I would be upset twofold that they stole my lunch and my Tupperware because that's gone. It's not like it's ever being returned to him.
So are you taking the Tupperware out of the lunch bag? Because when we, for me, I bring the entire lunch bag and put that whole thing in the fridge. That's what everybody at my work does.
Yeah.
So you would have to actually take the lunch bag out and then look through it to get the food. And then that takes so much time. Everybody's going to see you doing it. Like there's no sneaky way of getting your lunch. Like you would, and then if you're specifically looking for a lunch bag and it's all the way in the back, you have to move lunch bags to get yours.
Yeah.
That's just the way that ours does it. So like I need to know what Adrian's situation is.
I'm pretty sure based on how he labels this is, it's
just the container.
It's just the container. Probably brings it in a plastic bag even.
Leave it in.
Because it's just on Tuesdays where he brings his lunch. He said that. So it's not like he has a lunch pail. It's probably just a regular plastic bag that he's using.
You need to put a lockbox or put some bells and whistles. So every time somebody decides to try and take the lunch, it has bells on it that you can't disarm. Right? And so like clearly, this person's going to be walking around with a bunch of bells in this box and you're going to be like, I fucking knew that was you, Jared. Get out of your cubicle right now.
Yeah. I don't like people named Jared either.
I don't know. I just picked the name. Like, no offense to,
Jared.
the good Jareds out there.
Yeah, because there's that one guy. Yeah, I think you're right. I guess. I don't know. If it were me, I'd put laxative in whatever it is I'm putting in there. But I think you can potentially get...
Do you want to play a game?
I know.
It's like, oh, is that what you want to do right now? Let's play a game.
Yeah. Fuck around. You're going to find out.
Or starve them out.
Stop bringing food.
Yeah. There's, food that doesn't need to be refrigerated. You can keep it with you at the desk or at the desk or wherever you're working. Right?
Sure. I guess. Yeah. If you put a little like a little ice thing in your in your bag, it'll keep it cool without having to put it in the fridge. If you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah. Or if you bring like the instant ramen, you don't need to refrigerate that. You just pour hot water.
But this guy loves his pasta on Monday nights and brings the leftovers in on Tuesdays. That's kind of, I don't know. Adrian seems to like his pasta on Tuesdays.
We talked about routine here a couple weeks ago because somebody had like a routine issue. And I'm a fan of changing it up. I sabotage my own routine on a regular basis.
Yeah, sure goddamn do.
And as annoying as it is, I still keep doing it.
Yeah. I guess what I'm saying, Adrian, is we're not saying vengeance, but we're not saying vengeance. Right?
HR doesn't need to get involved in this situation.
At all.
No.
Well, why would they? They're not going to do anything for you anyway.
No, because you really don't have proof on who it is.
Yeah. And we don't know what that company policy is. What if they're their policy is just no cameras in the lunchroom or whatever, or by the.
I mean, that's a pretty common policy. There's not a lot of
right
situations.
Yeah.
You know what? Or you can just ask to keep it in your boss's office, because we all know they got a mini fridge in there.
You know he has a mini fridge.
Hey, what's up? Can I leave my food here?
Yeah.
Watch, it's your boss that's stealing it.
Dang, plot twist. That'd be hilarious. If you find out who it is, Adrian, write back and let us know, because that's I think that you just kind of left us here on a cliffhanger.
I feel like you've already at this point researched all the options and are just asking us for no reason.
You're asking us for permission. You know what you want to do, don't you?
Yeah,
you bastard. Yeah, fucking. All right. Yeah. Anyway, write back. Let us know what went down. What did you do? Why are you in jail? Why are you calling us with your one phone?
Or you can have the Tupperware, right?
Yeah.
But it's like opaque, so you can't really see it. And then he picks it up. It's like super light, and he like opens it, and it's just like a giant middle finger.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, gotcha.
Gotcha, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you turn around, arms folded, shaking your head.
Or, you know what? You can put like this is going to cost some money, but you can put like a Ring camera that's only activated when there's movement inside. So when he opens up the Tupperware, boom, you got his face. You got his face ringing up on your Ring app. Or whatever.
I don't think that's legal in the workplace. You can't record privately like that.
Well, I mean,
I would not advise. Nope.
I would erase it immediately.
No.
But now I have the knowledge of who's taking my food.
No, because you still can't do that because it's a personal camera. You can't record in a workplace like that.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
No, that would definitely get HR involved. So do not do that.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm saying don't do that, Adrian. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't put a camera in there. Don't spike the food. Don't do that. But right back. Let us know what happened.
Make good choices.
All right. That's going to do it for Here's What I Would Do.
Man, see, like, you don't even know, man. It's like you're born into this world, man. And you got it's like this, man, the dust and the wind, man. Or like the dang old candle in the wind, man. It don't matter, man. It's all the oldies, old time. You know what I think, man? Like them dang old, I think, therefore you are, man.
Well, that's what we tell ourselves, isn't it, Boomhauer?
Well, Steph, is that going to do it?
That'll do it.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for everything that you do. We see the listener ticker, and we appreciate everybody who bothers.
Once again, thank you all that shared the screener link for Screamfest LA.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it for this little podcast of ours.
This dog and pony show that this is. But all right, well, that's going to do it for this week. Thank you all so very much for listening into the Foobar Show. Remember to follow, like, and comment on our socials as @Foobar Show. That's FOO Bar Show. And listen at FOOBarshow.com or wherever you get your podcasts. And we'll boo it up like a couple of I've been Josie.
And I'm Steph.
Signing off saying, don't be a dick!
Fuck, man. Thank you, guys.
Here's a list of bits that I do because I think they're funny. Number one, that was my nickname in the Army. Whenever there's like even remotely the tiniest innuendo to happen, that was my nickname in the Army. I wanted a big sausage. That was my nickname in the Army. My coworkers looking for their pen that they lost. Sorry, dude, I ate it. I was hungry. As I was filming that, a dead yellow jacket just fell on my window. Okay. I love doing this with acronyms like RIP in Peace, SMH my head, WTF the fuck. I love that. Whenever someone starts off a story by telling me like that they were doing something like, This weekend I went to the supermarket. No, you didn't. You did not go to the supermarket. You didn't. I went to high school with that guy. Whenever something sounds like a name, like if someone goes, I put this there just in case. I went to high school with that guy. I got prescribed Seroquel. I went to high school with that girl. What the hell? This one's perfect because I stole this TMNT shirt from my boyfriend. But let's say I saw somebody else wearing this TMNT shirt. Name 5 songs. Bro, why are you wearing that shirt? Name 5 songs. This one I don't get to do that often, but it is one that I really like being able to whip out. Guess who has 4 thumbs and just 1 free concert tickets? And then people are going to say, oh, you. And then I get to go, no, you idiot, I only have 2 thumbs. What?